There we go. Don't quite know what happened there. All the time I've been doing this, I've never had OBS crash before. I don't think it was down for long before I noticed. Right, where were we? Oh, you're not good.
Affirmative. Maneuver to attack position.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but I was in the middle of saying that at this level, this kind of combat, the Hazres combat, it's not really horrendously challenging anymore.
Things were a little hairy for a second there.
But there is a nice kind of zen to it, you know. I quite like that. It's never frantic. Okay, Vulture. Now this guy's going to be a tough cookie. He says. Probably won't be now, will it? Is it, Alan? Are you losing? Is the frame rate really appalling? I'm watching the stream here, and I'm not seeing that, I've got to be honest, but it may be that OBS had its knickers in a twist before, and that was the sign of it about to die. But if you're getting frame rate problems, guys, do let me know, because there is something to do about that. Okay, yeah, the frame rate's okay here. I do keep I keep the stream open to my right there, so I can generally see if there's a problem. Possible it might be your local bandwidth being caned, Alan. There's a rock. There's a rock. There's a rock. Tim Campbell. Now, see, that doesn't sound like someone who'd be trouble, does it? And he's also Crimson United Partners, which sounds like an accountancy firm. But he's wanted, which means he's a dodgy accountant.
Affirmative. Maneuver to attack position. Enemy wiped out. Awaiting further orders.
Get some limpets out. And there's nothing. Nothing! I've probably done quite well filling everything up, actually. Oh, Jagger, do you see what I see? Yes, you do.
Things were a little hairy for a second there. No more hostile
Where did his
detected.
cohorts go?
Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
my fire flying around in the background, posing stuff. What was that? He's naughty. Let's get him.
No more contact. Deactivating hardpoint.
That Tim guy was obviously the accountant for this lot.
Copy that, Commander. Engaging enemy now.
Are we making loads of money? Do you know what? I didn't even notice, mate. It's weird when you're at a higher level. You don't really... High level makes it sound like an RPG, doesn't it? I don't really like that expression, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't really notice it.
They're trying to escape, Commander. I'm not the target, Commander. Stop that.
Good luck with that, mate. Honestly.
Things were a little hairy for a second there. No more hostiles detected.
Yeah, I mean, it's particularly since the buff recently. Wow, that dropship looks awesome. Particularly since the buff recently, you can make some moderately decent coin now from wanted. Yes, you can make some moderately decent coin from combat finally, which is good. I'm very pleased. It's taken a long time to get there, but. If we had a mission associated with this as well, which you can do, you know, bring me so many skulls from such and such people, you'll get a significant cash reward for that as well, which obviously adds
Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
to the haul. Cloud chap there. I was really hoping that come Odyssey that the dropship was actually going to be a dropship. I've harped on about this before, and just from the answers that we got the other week, it doesn't look like that's the case. The guys did say that the limit to having physical players in your ship, as opposed to you know, regular holographic multi-crew, is the multi-crew limit of the ship, unless, of course, that there's a ship we don't know about, which is entirely possible, that has a larger multi-crew limit than we currently have, which is obviously could always be the case.
Copy that, Commander. Engaging enemy now.
But it certainly looks like, at the moment at least, that the maximum amount of people you'll be able to drop from a dropship, for example, is 2 plus you, which is a bit of a shame.
That's the last of them, Commander.
There goes Employee of the Week doing their thing. Getting a fairly constant stream of bad guys coming in now, which is quite nice. Including this bloke here.
Roger that, Commander. Moving to engage.
And 3 of us in here as well, they really haven't got a hope. Just a shame. But, you know. What do you think about the idea of a super Haz-res zone then? Like something like, you know, with the tier of ships that you come up against. is of a significantly higher level. Like I mean, even if like every ship that you saw in there was an elite and it was in a wing of 3, that would be worth something, wouldn't it? Or am I talking rubbish there? Let me just have a quick look at chat for a second while there's a lull. Laban, yeah, I'd like that. I really would. And you like if you could fit a new module in your ship that was basically just a load of seats, that would be awesome. That really would be awesome. I don't know if they're going to do it because obviously the pirate activity threat 7 does the job. Does it, Barry? I've never looked in there, mate. Do you know what? I've never done that. What was that? Sharp Tooth. Hello, Sharptooth. You're right, mate. How are you? Welcome to the stream, mate. Thank you very much for that, buddy. That's really sweet of you. Thank you, mate. How are you? Parrot. Yeah, but obviously, like if they do sort of a multi-crew thing with it, where you've got more physical commanders in your ship, then you've kind of got the network has got to keep up with it, if you know what I mean. The networking code has got to be able to handle that, and that's an entirely. Do you love it how there's like a fight going on around me and I'm just sitting here? That's an entirely different proposition. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's a significantly bigger. I'm even hoovering up the materials. Look, utterly shameless. It's an entirely different proposition and would require an entirely different angle to what we think we're currently getting with Odyssey. Doesn't mean it's impossible, but damn shame though, don't you think? You know, I do think that's something that most people... Defiant Spite, a Python called Defiant Spite. Now, if this guy isn't a dodgy accountant, the pilot's called Jammy McJammy. Look at that. There you go. Dubious McGuigan. I do think, like most people who are sort of, you know, are into the combat side of what Odyssey offers, were kind of hoping that ground combat and dropships and, you know, a larger quantity of players all in one space, deliberately engineered to be that way, was going to be a thing. Doesn't mean it isn't, but at the moment it doesn't look that that's the case. But we'll see. Oh, the hell with it. There we go.
Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
Just love watching that whole sync like that. Look at that. And it.
Things were a little hairy for a second there. No more hostiles detected.
Scan detected. Cargo scoop deployed.
Yeah, I suppose it's funny, isn't it? I suppose signal sources are kind of the thing. I've done a few of them, but I've never really got round to hitting them. Hello, Sharpie. Yeah, different signal sources will tell you what kind of level of threat you can expect if you go in there. So you get different levels of Thargoid threat as well, ranging from sort of 4s and 5s, which are eminently manageable, to what's the highest Thargoid threat? Is it like a 9, an 8 or a 9, something ridiculous like that, where you're sort of looking at Hydras, which are absolutely terrifying. Oh, wanted. Dead.
to attack position.
Target destroyed.
We can drop in solo and do something similar to this. I don't know if there's a list of what the threat levels are. Okay, Thargoids go from 3 to 9. Yeah, 9 is the highest, which is absolutely horrifying. So there are different levels of resource extraction site, Alan. So we're in a hazardous one at the moment, but you know you can pick a. Are there low threat haz-reses? Oh, you found it, mate. Okay. Yeah, there are different levels of resource extraction site, and as long as you haven't got cargo in the hold of your ship, it's a very controllable environment. You can sort of, you know, choose to take on as many or as few ships as you want to. They won't give you any trouble if you're not carrying anything, so let's just go and send Beryl to help Elfin around.
I'm moving in.
Although it doesn't look like he needs the help. Look at that. That was brutal.
Scan detected.
Roger that, Commander. Moving to engage.
Scan detected.
Would you want to kill? You would want to kill my shoulders. Yep.
Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
Target shields offline.
Well, Venerable Cobra is it is unfortunately a nice big flat target, isn't it? Honestly. It's just got a great big wide profile that just says shoot me.
Deploy cargo hatch.
Copy that, Commander. Engaging enemy now.
You'll find, Alan, that the game rarely throws anything at you that you can't handle. It's when you go into a combat zone and things like that that you're.
They're trying to escape, Commander.
It's when you know, it's if you go into a combat zone or something like that that things will get very different. Get very different for you, really, in my humble experience. But Cruel Paradox. What do we think? What do we think? What's your guess? What do you know? He's wanted.
Copy that, Commander. Engaging enemy now.
I do find the combat in Elite really satisfying, actually.
They're trying to escape, Commander.
It's a nice, and I say that as someone who's not really particularly looking for a horrendously intense combat experience these days, honestly. Don't get me wrong, I had my time. I used to play Quake and Doom and all that sort of thing, but these days I do kind of prefer this sort of thing where I can just chill and chat and shoot bad people. I am kind of in the place where it's been a long time since I had a first-person shooter to sink my teeth into, though. So, and that's one of the reasons I'm looking forward to Odyssey.
No more contact.
Imperial Clipper, Yaga.
Cargo scope retracted. Cargo scope deployed.
Roger that, Commander. Moving to engage.
so quickly. That's ridiculous. Jagger smashes into him. Just to prove the point, he just comes wailing in. He goes, "My house." I'm surprised you don't leave bits of him alive, Jagger, as a warning to the others, honestly.
Hear you loud and clear. I'm moving in.
Target destroyed. Cargo scoop retracted. Cargo scoop deployed.
Oh. Clipper Jagger. We've obviously had a fresh delivery of clippers. Oh, he's there already, look.
Copy that, Commander.
I don't know if you knew this already, but Jagger's got a bit of a thing about clippers and cutters. Imperial ships in general, he's not a fan. You're not awfully fond of a Python, are you? If you see one in a combat zone, it's quite angry. Purposeful, I think, rather than angry. Let's call it that. Yeah. Infernal Bandit. What do you know? He's wanted. Who knew?
Roger that, Commander. Moving to engage. No more contact. Deactivating hardpoints.
Battle Torment, an Imperial Eagle. That will definitely make Jagger feel very purposeful. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Scan detected.
There we go. It's in a wing, which means there's another one around here somewhere. Oh well.
Copy that, Commander. Engaging enemy now.
Target destroyed.
Now for your ugly friend.
Roger that, Commander. Moving to engage.
Look at his hull go. Oh my god.
Target destroyed.
Is that whom that's pointing at? There's a couple.
Affirmative. Maneuver to attack position.
I mean, honestly, an Asp Explorer with 2 Imperial Eagles for cover. I mean, what were you thinking?
That's the last of them, Commander.
Let's see how we're doing for collectors.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Cargo scoop deployed.
Let them get that for a second. Right. Where are we at? A bullying of clippers, isn't it? Honestly. Hello, Bowl of Petunias. How are you, mate?
Scan detected.
Yeah, take on a wing of high res and a Cobra. That would definitely do it. Yeah, Alan, this is fairly constant. If you go into one of the lower level ones and see how you get on, I'd have thought you'd be fine, honestly. Yeah, Phil says low, high, and hazardous. That rings a bell, mate. Yeah. I'm sure there's a medium though. Is there not a medium in there? How are we doing for time? How are we doing? Okay. dropship called Discord. I read that as feral dropship then. Much the same thing, honestly. He's maneuvering like he's running through a tree. Right, let's see where we're at, because we can hand some of these in and then we can go and do the thing. These are all in rings, Alan, yeah. These are absolutely all in rings. In ring systems. Now, where do I need to hand these in to stay in the good general's graces? Yes. I want to say it was the Supe system, but I can't remember. Yes, it was Supe. Okay, let's go and have a look at Supe. So, let's leave that on while we do this. There comes Beryl. That was my point defense firing then, I think.
Sequence complete. Fighter is safely on board, Commander.
So Elfner, I'm gonna jump out, mate, and go and hand these in. The good general wants them handed into the Supe system, I believe, for mysterious general reasons. But who the hell am I to argue with him? Okay. This is where I find out that we've only got medium landing pads. Okay, that's not too bad.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we'll get this done, and then we'll have this week's doing the thing. The thing I'm really, I'm really curious to know more about, of all the things in Odyssey that I'm curious about, and there is much, let me tell you, the thing I'm really want to see, that looks like a Braben tunnel. Okay, no, we're good. The thing I'm really curious to see is combat zones, is ground combat zones. Something tells me that that's going to be. I want to say they're sort of dueling the crown, but like their kind of money shot moment, if they've got it right anyway. Just from what little we've heard. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of other stuff in there as well. Don't get me wrong, but that's gonna. I just got a feeling that that's going to be like, I just got visions of sort of a fairly frantic ground war going on. If you've been into a combat zone yourself, you'll know how busy and the nightmarish they can be. Hello, Bandy. You all right, mate? That's the stuff that I'm really curious to see. But let's be honest, I'm curious about all of it. So at this point, as I'm sure you are.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Thanks for the wing, Elfiner and Yago. Really appreciate it, mate. You've never seen a Thargoid in person. Alan, we've got people that can help you with that. If you want to multi-crew in with one of them one night, and you can see the madness of a Thargoid fight, it's quite a thing. If you get hyperdicted, it's not generally something that you need to worry about. If they pull you out of hyperspace, it's not something that you generally need to get too worried about at all. But if you deliberately go and pick a fight with them, then you really need to know what you're doing. And I say that as someone who doesn't know what they're doing. I kind of understand. I understand the principles, but Yeah, not for me, I don't think. But Jagger and Thomason, the guys in our Discord, they're amazing, amazing. Thomason in particular is an absolute Thargoid killing machine. I feel sorry for them. Honestly, that was a genuine privilege to be able to to give you your first two carrier experiences, mate. That was a genuine privilege, honestly. That was really good fun. Really good fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm really glad you got there in time to see it arrive as well. You'll have a blast. That's what's going to happen. You will enjoy it, mate. You will enjoy it, honestly. If it's particularly if you ride shotgun with one of these guys, and you haven't got to worry about doing anything. You can just kind of, Mrs. Get the towels. if you ride if you ride shotgun with one of these guys, you'll be able to just sort of sit back and enjoy the experience and just look at what's going on, kind of thing. It's like it's a hell of a thing. I felt like somewhat of a loop of shame there, Elf. Hey, we haven't had a loop of shame yet. Yeah, I thought that's what I saw, buddy. Yeah, Elf was just saying he crashed into the planet. Here we go. It's really weird doing this, the background simulation work, the way I tend to end up doing it. It's like it's literally a case of Zoff points, and we go and do the thing. I very rarely know why it is we're doing the thing, what it is he's achieving on our behalf, but he does such a sterling job. Was that Super Cruise Assist that did that to you, Elf? Now that doesn't seem fair at all. Wow, I would suggest you might be trusting it a little too much here. Maybe keep a tighter eye on it. I'm fairly certain it isn't supposed to work like that, though, in your defence. So there are, Alan. Three, yeah, small, medium, and larger. Through the superstructure. Right, what have we got?
Docking successful. Perform landing checklist. Station services are at your disposal.
There we go. 12 million. Heavens. So that's not too shabby. That is not too shabby at all. Okay. Having done the General's good work, let's take a look at if there's a planet in the way, it'll ask you to move around manually. Is that what it does, Thorns? I thought it orbited. Oh, Alan, you can auto dock and you can auto launch as well, mate. Yeah, if you get an advanced docking computer, it'll do both for you. It very, very occasionally it does a slightly less than great job of it, but for the most part it works almost entirely all the time. Right, so here we go. This week's doing the thing. Are you ready? Let me just blow up the face cam. Brace yourself, people. Oh, I haven't had Stan turned on. Sorry, there we go. There's Stan. He's had a lazy stream again, hasn't he? Right, this week's doing the thing. So, I think generally speaking, on doing the thing, what you normally get from me is something like Star Wars or Star Trek on the odd rare occasion. I've got a shed ton of Star Wars stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I also try and collect bits from that really was, you know, further back in my childhood and stuff like that on occasions when it crosses my path and it's of a suitable quality. So this week's doing the thing is go. There we go. Thunderbird 1. I've got a couple of these. This is from the Jerry Anderson TV show Thunderbirds. I would imagine you're all acutely aware. I don't know how well that translates, though. I don't know where, like how far across the globe Thunderbirds has made it. But this does stuff, but I can never remember how. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's the wings out with a twist. And it makes noises as well, or at least it used to last time I picked it up. There's going to be a secret button on here somewhere, which I can't now. Oh, hell. It's entirely possible that the batteries have run out. Oh, there we go. That looks like a button. Yeah, okay.
Thunderbird 1 is away. We're international rescue.
There you go.
FAB, I'm on it.
Hope you can hear that. So there you go. I've got Thunderbird 1, and I've got another Thunderbird, which is on my shelves at the back there. So there you go. That's today's. It's still making noise. So yeah, there we go. That's that is today's doing the thing, which is Thunderbirds. Yeah, Phil Barnes, didn't you do a Thunderbirds video? There we go. I do like my Thunderbird stuff. So yes, yes, I want some more of this. It's still going. Oh god. I want some more of that stuff, but like there isn't a huge amount of it around. Remember reruns of that even when you were a kid? Yeah. There isn't a huge amount of it around that's of a sort of high enough quality, but whenever I see it, I do tend to grab it. If it's kind of, it annoys me as well if it isn't in the same scale as the other stuff that I've got. Do you know what I mean? So it's okay if like I've got 2 Thunderbird ships that are the same size, and I've got some Doctor Who stuff as well that's differently scaled. That's okay. But if I had 2 Thunderbirds things that were differently scaled, that would annoy me. So there we go. That is today's doing the thing. Thank you very much for joining me, people. I'm sorry about the break in the middle. I've never had OBS crash on me before. So it's the first time for that. Fortunately, in a break with tradition, I noticed it fairly quickly, so that wasn't too bad. If you're new to us and you're not aware of everything we do, it's all linked in the description below. I chucked up a flight simulator video, which is some stuff we're going to start to do a little bit more of. Don't get me wrong, we're not going to stray away from Elite Dangerous all of a sudden or anything like that. There's shed tons of that still to come, so fear not. Do take care of each other, take care of yourselves, people, stay safe, have fun, and we will see you back here at the very least next Thursday, if not before, if time allows. But you know how things are. Have fun, people, and I'll see you soon.